Now we get to reap the benefits of using that slug field. So in our main configuration folder, we're going to jump into urls.py and handle our dynamic path. So this integer here, I'm actually going to change it to just being slug. I'm not going to change anything else. The variable is ID, so our view is still going to come in as ID. I just want to illustrate a reason to use slugs too in some cases. So if we go to any given article, with that ID, it's still working. So this data type of slug is any valid slug. It's not necessarily just characters, which means that it can also be a number and it can also be used for looking up by that ID, which is cool. It's good to know. But of course, whenever I actually declare a data type, I want to declare the variable based off of the actual field I'm going to be using to look up. So in this case, I want the slug to be mapped to a slug field. So if I change the field name to something like my slug, I would actually have that accordingly, right? And so now that it's this, I want to change the argument that's coming through on the view itself. And so yet again, I'm still looking up based off the ID. So if I refresh in here, it's still doing that. And of course, that's not the field we want to look up on. We want to look up on the slug field. So if I save that, now when I refresh, I get this exception. It says article matching query does not exist. So what's happening here is in this call right here, it's trying to find a slug that does not exist in the database. Now, the one that I do know that exists is hello-world, and I can run that, and this actually does show up. So the question is, how do we actually handle this error? How do we handle something that does not exist? Now, the easiest way to do it is by putting this into just simply a try block and running an exception and saying something like pass. And so this will still set the article object to being none in the detail view. So then if I refresh in here, it still loads some sort of page. Now, this is actually not what we want. Instead, what we want is it to load a 404 error, as in page not found, object not found. So we're going to import HTTP 404. And so what this will allow me to do is come down into that detail view. And instead of passing here, we can raise HTTP 404. And so if I refresh, I now see this page, the page not found, the original one, as if a URL was not even there. But we know that the URL was there, and we also see that it was raised by that actual view of this 404 page. Now, I think you're already familiar with 404 pages. You probably have used them somewhere. So if I go in GitHub and type in some gibberish, I see a 404 page. So Django actually does that for us. It actually gives us some sort of 404 page, which I think is pretty cool. But of course, that exception, the one that we saw that was related to a slug not being found, this exception itself, let's make sure this is all correct, save it. This exception can be handled a little bit better. In fact, the article itself, we can come in and run something like except article.does not exist, right? So this is the model name .does not exist, literally this exception right here. And so I can actually use that to have a different sort of 404 page, right? Now, in this case, I'm going to leave it like this because there are other exceptions that might occur, especially with slug fields, if we did not make them unique. One of them being except article.multiple objects returned. Now, we actually saw this when we were working with that slug field. So yet again, I could raise this as well. Or what I could do is still handle that and say article.objects.filter and then simply .first. Now, this third exception, or this one right here, should quite literally never happen with how we built our slugs and how we've been testing it. But when in doubt, if there was an issue, I don't want a server error and I don't want a 404 page. I want to at least show whatever that would end up being. And that's why I did that. So I think that's the important part here. But there are many checks that are going on that this should never happen. But it is nice to see it in case you didn't want to do all the things that I just did in the past, at least, right? So that is reaping the benefits of the slug field. I think it's pretty underwhelming, but there is one more part of this that I still want to change that we still need to address in a more robust way. And that's my homepage, right? So if I click on any of these, they are still linked to this old data here. And so let's go ahead and make sure that we are saving this stuff and get rid of this lookup here. So everything's in this try block right there. Okay, so now if I click on it, it says page not found, but of course it's going to the IDs. Now to solve this, the simple answer is going into homeview.html, where we're actually rendering out that content and changing this link right here to x.slug, save that, and now when I go to that home page, I'll be able to actually click on any of these slugs here, and now it's actually working. Congratulations, we now have slug fields working, and they are pretty robust. Let's fix a few more things before we go much further.